Is everything you know about fat loss wrong? Counting calories, endless workouts, cutting carbs. Yet that stubborn fat just won't budge. What if the solution lies not in what you eat, but when you eat? Could skipping meals or limiting your eating window unlock the secret to burning stubborn body fat? Intermittent fasting has been praised as a method to target resistant fat. But is it really that simple? In today's video, we'll dive into this trending concept to see if it's the ultimate solution to shedding stubborn fat, or just another passing craze. Let's uncover the facts. What exactly is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting, is an approach to eating that focuses on when you eat rather than what you eat. Think of it as creating a structured schedule for your meals, alternating between periods where you consume food and times where you intentionally abstain from eating. It's not about counting calories or eliminating specific foods. Instead, it's all about timing. Here's how it works. In traditional dieting, there's often a lot of emphasis on what you should or shouldn't eat, cutting carbs, avoiding sugar, or sticking to specific food groups. With intermittent fasting, the rules are much simpler. You don't have to avoid certain foods, but you do have to pay attention to your eating window and fasting period. During the fasting phase, you refrain from consuming anything with calories. Water, black coffee, and plain tea are usually allowed since they don't break the fast. When your eating window opens, you're free to eat as you normally would, though healthier choices are always encouraged for better results. Let's talk about two of the most popular ways people practice intermittent fasting. 1. The 16/8 method. This is probably the most common version of intermittent fasting, and it's pretty straightforward. With the 16/8 method, you fast for 16 hours straight and then fit all your meals into an 8-hour window. Example: let's say you choose an eating window from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. During this time, you eat your meals, snacks, or whatever you prefer. After 8 p.m., you begin your fasting phase, which continues until 12 p.m. the next day. You're essentially skipping breakfast and pushing your first meal of the day to lunchtime. Why is this effective? Well, during those 16 fasting hours, your body doesn't have any recent food to use for energy. Instead, it starts burning stored fat for fuel, which is why people turn to this method to lose weight or improve metabolic health. 2. The 5:2 method. The 5:2 approach is a bit different. Here, you eat normally for 5 days of the week. No restrictions, no fasting, just your regular meals. On the other 2 days, you drastically reduce your calorie intake, typically eating around 500 to 600 calories for the entire day. These 2 fasting days are non-consecutive, meaning you space them out, like fasting on Monday and Thursday. Example: on a fasting day, you might have a small breakfast, such as an egg and a piece of fruit, and a light dinner like soup and salad, keeping your total calories very low. The other 5 days, you can eat as usual. This method works because you're creating an overall calorie deficit by cutting back drastically on those 2 fasting days. Over time, this can help with weight loss and improve metabolic markers, even if your diet isn't perfect on the 5 normal days. How much fat can you really lose with intermittent fasting? Let's talk results. How much fat can you realistically expect to shed with intermittent fasting? Research shows that people can lose anywhere between 3 to 8% of their body weight over time through intermittent fasting. That's pretty impressive. But here's the thing: results vary widely from person to person. It all depends on how well you stick to your fasting schedule, what you eat during your eating window, and your overall health. What factors influence fat loss during fasting? There are a few key things that play a big role in how effectively you burn fat. 1. Metabolism. Everyone's metabolism is unique. Some people naturally burn calories faster, while others have a slower metabolic rate. Intermittent fasting helps your body tap into stored fat for energy, regardless of your metabolism. But if yours is on the slower side, it might take a bit longer to see noticeable changes. 2. Diet quality. This one's huge. If you're fasting for hours but then dive into a plate of fries and soda, you're not going to get the results you're after. The quality of what you eat matters as much as, or even more than, when you eat. Stick to whole foods like vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats to maximize your progress. 3. Stress levels. Stress can be a sneaky enemy of fat loss. When you're stressed, your body produces more cortisol, which can lead to increased cravings, higher insulin levels, and more fat storage, especially around your belly. Managing stress through relaxation techniques, exercise, or even just getting enough sleep can make a big difference in your results. Choosing the right intermittent fasting plan. Finding the best intermittent fasting plan for you is like picking a workout routine. It all depends on your lifestyle, preferences, and goals. Let's break down some of the most popular methods and what makes each one unique. 1. The 16/8 method. This is one of the simplest and most popular options. You fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window, like from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Why it works? It's easy to stick to since you're mostly fasting overnight. Research shows it can help lower blood pressure, reduce your overall calorie intake, and promote weight loss. It's perfect for beginners or anyone who prefers a predictable daily schedule. 2. The 5:2 method. With this plan, you eat as you normally would for 5 days a week. On the other 2 days, non-consecutive, you limit yourself to about 500 to 600 calories. Why it works? It's flexible. You're only restricting calories 2 days a week. Studies show it's just as effective as daily calorie restriction for shedding pounds and improving metabolic health. This one's great if you like the idea of fasting but don't want to commit to it every day. 3. Eat Stop Eat. This plan involves fasting for a full 24 hours once or twice a week. For example, you might fast from dinner one day to dinner the next. Why it works? It can significantly reduce your weekly calorie intake. It's straightforward. There's no complicated schedule to follow. However, it's important to ease into this plan if you're new to fasting, as going a full day without food can be challenging at first. 4. Alternate day fasting. As the name suggests, you alternate between fasting days, when you eat about 500 calories, and regular eating days. Why it works? Studies show it can drastically reduce calorie intake. It's been linked to improved cardiovascular health. This method might be a bit intense for some, but it's effective for those who can handle the alternating schedule. 5. The Warrior Diet. Inspired by ancient warrior eating patterns, this plan involves eating minimally for 20 hours. Small amounts of raw fruits, veggies, and fluids, followed by a large meal in a 4-hour window. Why it works? Time-restricted feeding cycles like this have shown potential health benefits, such as delaying aging and reducing the risk of metabolic diseases. It suits people who enjoy having one big meal instead of multiple smaller ones. That said, more research is needed to confirm its long-term effectiveness for weight loss. Which plan should you choose? The best intermittent fasting plan is the one that fits your lifestyle and is sustainable for the long term. If you're just starting, the 16/8 method is a great place to begin. For those looking for more flexibility, the 5:2 method could be your go-to. And if you're comfortable with extended fasting periods, Eat Stop Eat or the Warrior Diet might be worth trying. Tailoring fasting strategies for belly fat. Intermittent fasting can target different types of belly fat. Subcutaneous fat. This is the soft fat under the skin, often found around the waistline. Recommended fasting plans. 16/8 method. An 8-hour eating window supports gradual fat loss. 5:2 method. Calorie restriction on 2 days helps reduce overall fat stores. Visceral fat. This fat surrounds internal organs and poses greater health risks. Recommended fasting plans. 14 out of 10 method. A 10-hour eating window promotes fat loss while maintaining balance. Alternate day fasting. Alternating fasting and eating days effectively targets visceral fat. But remember, intermittent fasting isn't suitable for everyone. Consult with a doctor if you have diabetes or blood sugar concerns, heart conditions, kidney or metabolic disorders. Skipping meals and calorie restrictions can lead to nutrient imbalances if not done properly. Focus on maintaining a balanced, high-protein, and fiber-rich diet during eating periods. So, what's the real magic behind intermittent fasting? It's not some mysterious fat-burning superpower. It's simplicity. When you shorten your eating window, you naturally reduce the number of calories you consume without having to constantly count them. Plus, fasting gives your body more time to burn fat for energy instead of relying on incoming food. That said, you'll get the best results when you pair fasting with healthy eating habits. A caloric deficit is key, and the better the quality of your meals, the easier it is to stay on track. So, if you're looking for a way to lose stubborn fat without overcomplicating your life, intermittent fasting could be the game changer you need. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe for more tips on achieving your health goals. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated. Thanks for watching.